Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of WB Mason Presents The Joe Girardi Show, right here on Yes. It's the show where the Yankee manager tells you everything you need to know about what's going on with the team. That's the star of the show, Joe Girardi. I'm Michael Kay. Joe, you just come off a big, long road trip. 9 games you take off the schedule, and you were 5-4. So tell me what you think.
Well, I thought it was a pretty decent road trip, especially after we were 1-3. We were able to win 4 out of the next 5 games. We were able to beat the Cardinals. We were able to beat the White Sox, who offensively can be really explosive. We beat 2 pretty good pitchers in St. Louis. So, I was pleased. We won 3 extra inning games, I believe. So it was a long road trip, and it was pretty good.
Now, so much concern, Joe, about the 60% of the starting rotation that's out. And the guys that you have done a decent job. Now, they haven't given you that much length, but they've done a decent job. You've also used your bullpen because they don't give you that much length. Is that a risky proposition long term?
Well, it is long term, but I think we've done a pretty good job of managing days off for them. You can look that they get a couple days off sometimes. Adele and Betances and Adam Warren if they're used a lot. Of David Robertson if we feel that we need to give him 2 days off. And so far it's working. And if you recall, Dylan Betances was a starter and was used to logging a lot of innings, and so was Adam Warren. I mean, these are guys that have thrown 150 innings, I'm sure, during the course of a season. So we just have to be careful. I believe in 1996, Mo was a reliever that probably threw about 100 innings because he's used multiple innings and he was used to being a starter. You just got to make sure you give them their days off.
Now, this road trip could have gone several ways, Joe. You split the 2 games against the Cubs. You lose the first 2 games against the White Sox, and the second game you lose against the White Sox, David Robertson blows the save. Any concern on your part? He'd been perfect up to then. How does it react to this?
No, I wasn't, because, he'd pitched in a lot of very important games in the playoffs, and I'd seen him, give up runs in the 8th inning. He was able to bounce back, and that's just part of being a closer. I mean, he was trained by the best closer of all time. So I feel that Mo has probably talked to him about that. It's going to happen. I've talked about it. It's going to happen, and I know he's going to bounce back. And he blew, I think, the save on Friday night. He bounced back Saturday and got a big, important save for us and had no issues.
And in that Saturday game, that's where the whole road trip, I thought, turned for you. You're down 3-0 heading into the 9th. Your offense just didn't do anything whatsoever, and then a 3-run rally. You go into extra innings and win on the Jacoby Ellsbury home run. How big was that game for you?
I thought it was huge for the road trip. It was great to see John Danks get out of the game after 8 innings because we did nothing off of him, and we got to Belisario. It was guys just kind of taking the ball the other way. He was throwing that hard sinker. Soriano did it. Solarte did it, and then you get a big hit from Mack off the bench. So I thought that was really important. It gave us some momentum going into the next day. On Sunday, we score 7. We win, I think, 7-4. We end up winning in that game, and then we win the next day in St. Louis. So I thought it was really important.
All right, also starting in that 9th inning and then carrying over, Ellsbury had really been slumping. It was an extended slump. He hits that home run, and ever since then, he seems a little more locked in. Was the slump just something that a guy goes through?
I think so. All hitters are going to go through it. It's frustrating, and for all hitters. And when you see good hitters go through it, you're probably even a little bit more shocked. And because of his hot start, I think people were shocked, and maybe they thought he was going to hit 380 the whole year. But it's just part of the game, and he has gotten hot since then.
All right, now you spend a week in Chicago. I can't remember the last time I was with a Yankee team that spent a week anywhere other than Tampa or Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
How did it feel in the middle of a season to be in a city for 7 days that wasn't New York?
Strange. It was really strange not to have to pack your bag, get on a plane, and go to the next city. And I'm not really sure if I liked it or not. It was nice not to have to pack your bag, but it's just unusual, and your thought process is a little bit different when you're in a town for a week.
All right, so you have a day off on Thursday, and then you don't really score against the Twins on Friday, 6-1, and your offense kind of sputters on Saturday, but Masahiro Tanaka pitches 8 strong innings. He goes to 8-1. Joe, are you concerned about your offense?
I believe these guys are going to hit. I really do. I mean, we're missing, some bats that are in it. Tex has been beat up again, and he hasn't played a whole lot in the last week. Carlos Beltran is hurt, and he hasn't played. And we need to get these, some of these other guys going. It seems like Jake is going again, Solo's going again, and Mack is starting to swing the bat really well. He has the big hit on Saturday. He has the big hit against the White Sox. He had a great series in St. Louis. So we feel that he's becoming more productive. And if you get a few of these guys going, we're going to score some runs.